It's another great week for Nintendo eShop deals, and today I'm rounding up some of the best new discounts across the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. It's a really solid lineup this time around, with some underrated gems, some modern classics, even a few games that could get a new life on Switch 2. Now as always then, I've got two winners to announce later in the video for two $10 eShop gift cards. Congrats if that is you, stick around to find out. And then I've got two more to give away. If you want to enter, just drop a comment down below. I'll announce the winners next Saturday. Alright, if you enjoy this video, subscribe. Tons of content coming your way, especially with the Switch 2. And now, let's get into it. Everspace Stellar Edition is 85% off right now, a new low price, and a fantastic pickup if you're into space shooters with a twist. Now this one's a roguelike, so yes, expect runs, upgrades, death, repeat, but it's done in a way that feels really rewarding and often breathtaking. It's single player only, and while we're still waiting and hoping for the sequel to hit Switch 2, this version easily holds its own. And the game throws you into procedurally generated sectors of space, where every jump forward brings fresh threats, loot and surprises. You're not just flying and shooting, though the combat is fast and flashy, you're also managing limited resources, crafting on the fly, and making strategic decisions between risky encounters and safe havens. It features a pretty compelling narrative too, with encounters that gradually piece together the mystery of who you are and why you're out here. You get to then pilot 3 different ships, each with its own playstyle, and the cockpit view is especially cool on the Switch. This edition then also includes the Encounters DLC, which adds a bunch of new content including another ship, extra missions, more weapons, and even alien lifeforms. LUNARK is 65% off a new low price, and if you're a fan of cinematic platformers, think Another World or Flashback, this one's going to hit just right. I reviewed it on the channel, and you can find that video linked below. It's definitely old school by design, long animations, deliberate movement, and a bit of trial and error baked into the level design. For some, that's going to feel clunky, for others, that's the charm, and I fall firmly in that second camp. Now you play as Leo, a courier with a mysterious past, navigating a dystopian sci-fi world ruled by a totalitarian regime. The environments are stunning, with rotoscoped animation that gives a really distinctive feel, and you'll explore everything from alien forests to tech-heavy cityscapes and crumbling ruins. You'll be solving basically light puzzles, dodging traps, and uncovering secrets along the journey. Combat is simple but satisfying, with a focus really on platforming over action, and there's a steady drip of upgrades to keep things interesting. And while it's not a huge game, it's got great atmosphere and a really unique story that I definitely enjoyed. I would say it's a little paint by numbers at times, but the characters, the location, it ended up winning me over. So if you're after something with a retro vibe but modern polish, this is one to check out, especially at this price. ASTRONEER is 67% off, matching its lowest ever price, and now is a great time to highlight it because a sequel was just announced for the Switch 2, which I am super excited for. If you've never tried this one, it's a survival game at heart, but not too punishing, so if you're new to the genre, this could be a great starting point. It's about exploring and colonizing planets in a colourful, low-poly solar system, but there's also a sense of mystery and wonder woven into the experience. Now you play as an astroneer in the 25th century, dropped into a completely deformable world. Your main tool reshapes terrain like clay, letting you dig tunnels, sculpt ramps, or create sprawling, weirdly organic structures. It's really satisfying and super creative, especially when combined with the base building systems that let you snap together components and build even vehicles or facilities both above and below ground. The game supports up to 4 players in an online co-op, which is where it really shines, building, exploring, and getting lost together across these massive planets. Great fun. And it's worth noting there's no combat, just survival mechanics, crafting, and a slow, satisfying drip of progression and discovery. I've sunk a ton of hours into this, and with a sequel on the way, now feels like a great time to jump in and see what all the fuss is about. Alisa Developer's Cut is one I picked up recently during a previous sale, and now that 25% off price is back, I've really been enjoying this whole wave of PS1 style survival horror throwbacks, and this one totally delivers. If you're into that era of gaming, so think tank controls, weird pre-rendered backgrounds, creepy enemies, it's just such a fun, nostalgic trip. Now you play as Alisa, an elite royal agent chasing a thief through what seems like a fantastical 1920s world, only to get pulled into a bizarre, Victorian-style mansion full of killer mechanized dolls. It's strange, it's unsettling, and it's got that lo-fi charm that really sells the atmosphere. Now, gameplay-wise, it's classic survival horror through and through, resource management, limited ammo, carefully timed combat, and plenty of backtracking through interconnected spaces. What I really appreciated though was the loadout variety. You could use all sorts of weapons, blunderbusses, SMGs, just all sorts. And the gear system lets you unlock different outfits that give you unique stat boosts. It kind of adds a bit of light RPG depth to the experience. The game also then doesn't take itself too seriously, which I really appreciated. There's a weird sense of humour running through the whole thing, from the voice acting to the enemy design. So yeah, overall, it's a loving homage to the late 90s, right down to the janky animations and low poly charm. Just a quick reminder then, we are giving away a Switch 2 console right now. If you missed that, I've linked it in the pinned comment down below. Go enter after this video for your chance to win. SUPERHOT is 70% off right now, a new low price, and if you haven't played this one yet, what are you doing? It's one of the most creative, genre-defying first-person shooters ever made. If you can play it in VR, absolutely do that. It's built for it. But even without, the Switch version is an incredible way to experience what I'd consider a modern classic. And the core hook here is simple but brilliant. Time only moves when you move. That turns every level into a kinetic puzzle where you're dodging bullets, throwing weapons, and planning each movement like it's a choreographed action scene. It's not about reflexes, it's about reading the room, anticipating threats, and turning chaos into clarity. Combat then is minimalist but stylish. There are no health bars, no ammo drops conveniently placed for you. You'll basically be outnumbered and outgunned, so the only way to survive is to think like a tactician, using enemy weapons, your fists, or even just objects in the environment to survive. The Switch version then runs great and features all of the key content too. Endless mode for wave-based action, challenge mode with modifiers like bare fists only or speedruns, plus a bunch of extra hidden things in the menu like mini-games and other surprises, we'll say. So yeah, overall, really sharp game, really nothing else like it. Marble It Up Ultra is 53% off a new low price, and if you're into physics-based platformers, this one's a gem. I reviewed it on the channel, check that out below, but the short version is this game knows exactly what it is and it delivers that in spades. It is definitely a niche genre, but if you grew up with Marble Madness or spent hours perfecting lines in Super Monkey Ball, it's going to be right up your alley. At its core, it's all about tight, responsive controls, rolling your marble through intricate, often gravity-defying levels with momentum-based precision. The campaign is surprisingly big, packed with clever level design, power-ups that completely change how you approach movement, and tons of secrets to discover. There's just this great sense of flow once you start chaining jumps and boosts together, and it's genuinely satisfying chasing those leaderboard times. Beyond single player then, it features 5 multiplayer modes, but no guarantees from me on those still being active. It's been a good while since I played. Shiren the Wanderer, the mystery dungeon of Serpent Coil Island is next. It's 43% off, a new low price, and look, if you're unfamiliar, great games. Shiren is actually a long-running roguelike series. It's all about tight turn-based exploration, tough as nails decision making, and the constant risk of losing everything on a bad run. Now, this one kicks off a few months after your last adventure, as Shiren and his trusty talking ferret companion Copper receive a vision pulling them towards Serpent Coil Island. This is a place rumored to hold pirate gold and a terrifying monster that's hiding an exquisite treasure in its belly. And like all mystery dungeon games, no two runs are going to be the same. The dungeons are procedurally generated here, so layouts, loot, enemies, they shift every time you enter. You'll basically need to prepare carefully, make smart use of gear, manage allies, and improvise your way through increasingly brutal floor layouts. And when, not if, you fail, there's an online rescue feature where other players can revive you so you don't lose all of that progress. Master Detective Archives Raincode is 50% off and matching the low price, and easily one of my favourite Switch mystery games in years. I featured this recently on the channel, and I'm really hopeful we'll see more from this series in the future, but it comes from the creators of Danganronpa, and you can definitely feel that same mix of bizarre style of mystery and wild storytelling baked into the entire experience. Now you play as Yuma, an amnesiac detective in training in the perpetually rain-soaked city Kunai Ward. It's a noir-inspired neon-lit dystopia that's under the control of this corporation. They're hiding all sorts of dark secrets. Now Yuma is partnered with a ghostly companion named Shinigami, who's equal parts charming and chaotic, and together they join forces with the World Detective Organization to take on unresolved cases and, basically things the regular authorities can't or won't touch. Our gameplay is split between real-world investigation and surreal puzzle-filled sequences inside what's called the Mystery Labyrinth. So in the city, you'll explore, talk to NPCs, investigate crime scenes, and gather solution keys, essentially your evidence. Then it all shifts to the labyrinth, a dreamlike realm where the mystery literally takes shape. You'll face off against mystery phantoms, dodge contradictions, and slash your way to the truth in fast-paced logic battles using the solution blade. There are also then forensic special abilities used by master detectives that you do team up with, so some can disguise themselves, others can replay moments of the past, and all of them bring something useful to the table when gathering evidence. I also love the visual style as well, and I do know when I talk to this game it sounds absolutely out there and nuts, and that's quite frankly because it is, but that is all part of the charm. If you've never played the Cat Quest games, now's the perfect time, but a quick tip, skip the Fur-tastic Trilogy bundle. It might sound like a good deal, but right now it's actually cheaper to buy all 3 games separately with each one on sale. And these are some of my favourite bite-sized action RPGs on the Switch. You're getting charming, fast-paced combat, massive amount of loot, surprisingly satisfying exploration, and a whole lot of cat puns. The original Cat Quest is still a gem, bright, snappy, really easy to jump into. You're on a quest to rescue your sister, slashing through dungeons, casting magic, and uncovering secrets across this stunning overworld. Cat Quest 2 ramps things up with the addition of co-op play and a dual protagonist story. You'll switch between a cat and a dog, or team up with a friend as you explore this tense piece between 2 different empires. It's got tighter mechanics though, better gear systems, and some great writing that pokes fun at RPG tropes. Then finally there's Cat Quest 3, which launched not too long ago, and it pushes the series basically just forward into full-blown pirate territory. You're now sailing across a 2.5D open world filled with treasure, danger, and pirates. It's a bigger game in scope with ship upgrades, real-time sea combat, and just more dynamic quest structure. It still retains, of course, that fast, snappy style the series is known for, but it builds on it with more depth and better world building generally. So yeah, look, if you like action RPGs that are kind of light-hearted but polished, just perfect for pick-up and play sessions, or maybe someone you want to introduce to the RPG genre, these absolutely worth grabbing, but again, just do it individually during the sale. Alright, so the winners of the week, the 2 $10 eShop gift cards, and those winners, they are on screen right now. Congrats both on the win. Email me for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next Saturday's video. Hades is our final game in today's lineup, and what a way to finish, because this is one of the all-time greats. It's currently 65% off, a new low price, and with Hades 2 now officially confirmed for the Switch 2, it's even being shown behind closed doors at these recent hands-on events. There's never been a better time to jump in. I absolutely love this game. It's a roguelike where every run feels meaningful, not just because you're powering up or finding new builds, but because the story actually continues between attempts. You're basically the son of Hades trying to escape the underworld, and each run brings you deeper both mechanically and narratively. The combat is fast, fluid, and completely addictive. You'll choose from a range of mythic weapons and then stack boons from Olympian gods. These will reshape your abilities in completely different ways. The build variety here is huge, and no 2 runs ever feel the same, but it's the writing and characters that elevate it. This is a roguelike with a full-price acted cast and a branching narrative that respects your time. Whether it's bonding with different characters, sparring with someone, or piecing together the family drama of Mount Olympus, there is so much to uncover. Even when you die and do well a lot, it feels like you're making progress. Also, just looks gorgeous on the Switch as well. Supergiant's hand-painted style and incredible soundtrack as well hold up perfectly. I've actually been playing Hades 2 as well in early access on Steam. That's shaping up to be something special. But this first game still stands as one of the most polished, replayable, and satisfying indies out there. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library? Let me know in the comments. With that, I shout out to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe and join us here for Switch content, but we'll be again just very soon, daily, with the Switch 2 launching. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers all.